All right, it's InfoComm 2024, and I'm Nicholas Smith with JB&A. We're going to the Barco booth to talk about some exciting new releases that Barco has for the market. Let's take a walk. All right, so I'm with Harry Patel with Barco. Now, you're the product manager for which lines?
Well, yeah, that is correct. I'm the product manager for the Event Master Encore 3. It's a third generation platform that we are introducing. We introduced it at ISE and now also showing it at InfoComm here today.
Okay, so what are the big changes from, I'm assuming, the E2 now into the E3 series? Talk about the big advancements here.
Well, with Encore 3, we have made it quite simpler to use. We have put in so much more power with the latest 2024 technology and 20 years of R&D experience. So key highlights is that we have 4 times more canvas space. Each box gives you 8 times 4K60 outputs. Every single output comes with pre-assigned 8 mixer layers, and they're all at native 4K60. So any connector on the Encore 3, any layer on the Encore 3 is all 4K60 native. So the biggest advancements is 4 times the power, and again, all pre-assigned where you don't have to worry about capacities or really resource management anymore. The conversation is all about how many inputs you have and how many outputs you got. This box can process it.
Okay, so who's the customer for this? What type of environments would this go into? Where would they be using a box like this powerful, other than maybe that big globe over there across the street?
Well, this box is really designed for live events that is temporarily set up, like our rental and staging industry, or permanently set up that could be in a Pro AV. So anywhere you have a large video wall where you want to have a live feed with a mixing background at the lowest latency and the highest quality, this is the box for you.
So this might be good for maybe a church that's got maybe a mix of projection and LED, and they got a lot of signals going different directions.
Absolutely. Multi-screen workflow is what we master at. We are able to manage multiple screens from a single user interface where the operators will be in control of the complete situational awareness that they would have. So whether it's a church, whether it's an auditorium, multipurpose room, or again, a live event where it's a concert or a corporate AV event, that's where you would use this box.
All right, so I'm going to pivot a little bit because as we talk about multi-screen, obviously multi-screens mean things are spread out a little bit more, maybe not next to it, and so you need a way to move the content between locations, which is, I think, when we can talk about that.
Absolutely. So here, what we have is our first attempt at building a encoder-decoder box that's using an open standard protocol, IPMX. So let's say you need to, again, move video content at the highest quality, right, at uncompressed or compressed, with audio, with all the features of HDMI that has, let's say, EDID, USB, and so on. This box would allow you to transfer a video from one location to another using an open standard protocol like IPMX.
Okay, so IPMX, this is an interesting one. Now, this came out of the broadcast world for like large broadcasters doing SMPTE 2110. Why are you putting this into sort of the AV space? What do you guys hope to do with this?
Well, I mean, 2110 was designed for broadcast applications where they had pretty much monolithic routers that were hitting a limit, and they needed to scale the inputs and outputs beyond a single chassis to a more network-based infrastructure where they can scale inputs and outputs to much bigger number of ins and outs, right? So that's what 2110 was designed for. When it comes to the Pro AV needs, 2110 is quite strict when it comes to PTP rules. When it comes to HTCP, EDID, USB, those things are not supported in 2110. And hence, Ames thought of a problem that needed to be solved, and they introduced IPMX. So IPMX really is good for 3 things. One is it's an open standard. Second is it's like an HDMI over IP, while 2110 is like SDI over IP if you want to simplify it. And the third one is it will support compressed and uncompressed, right? So these are the 3 different things that are what's really needed for the Pro AV industry, and hence Barco thought, okay, this is the right thing to do, and that's why we made a product that's built on an open standard.
Now, I want to hone in on something you said there, uncompressed and compressed. Is that all being done in the same box?
So yes, for instance, this box you can have multiple modes where you can choose to have, okay, I would like to enable my compression, hence, again, lower my bandwidth to go over lower bandwidth connections, or uncompressed where you want to have the best quality and you have the means of transporting that signal. So yes, for example, we have 3 different versions of the boxes. We have the H25, the S25, and then H1. So the 25 versions has uncompressed and compressed on them. You can use them with, again, 25 gig or 10 gig Ethernet connectivity. H1 is always compressed.
So are these available? When are they shipping? What's the outlook for the new product?
Yeah, we are almost ready to get them out to the market. So finally, the information about the boxes, the price of the boxes, and the pre-orders have started. We expect to ship them in late Q3, early Q4.
Awesome. Listen, Harry, thank you so much for taking your time to talk with us. This is some brand new product from Barco, the E3 and the new I/O gateways. Really awesome IPMX products, and of course the Encore Event Master. So to get more information on these, hit the Barco website or contact your local JB&A rep to get more info right away.